as the charge distribution is uniform, so what will happen now is that we can go according to continuous charge distribution way. So how will you do it? Let's say this is the point where we need to find. So it is at a distance of, let's say it is along the x-axis, this is along y-axis I am taking. Let's say this is r. Okay, it is a distance r from where? From the center of the plastic rod. Now in order to find it, now I have taught you that vector method. So let us define two small areas, two small regions, this region and another one is this region. This is, so this area, the charge, the length of this one is, let's say dl, and the charge it is having is dq. So small area, charge is dq. Got it? How far is it? It is at the distance of, let's say it is at the distance of let's say it is at a distance of x from this center. Similarly, this side is at a distance of minus x, because displacement, no, this side is plus x, that side, or let's say whatever be, no problem. Let us consider that this is this case. Now we need to find what is the electric field here. So because of this dq, what will happen? This dq will give rise to some electric field. If I place a test charge q naught here, the electric field will be this way, right? So this is, let me say, so small electric field due to small charge, it will be dE only, correct? Now this electric field, now if I extend, let me extend this line, can you see it is at a, we need to know what is the electric field from this point. So what we can do, let's say this is theta. So if this is theta means what? This is also theta. And we need to know why we are taking this theta. I will explain you why you need to take theta. Why you are not taking this angle theta. Why you have to choose this theta? Because you will see very soon why. So now this d, can I resolve it into two components? As I taught you earlier, we can break it into two components. One will be dE sine theta. Other will be dE cos theta. Let me write the cos theta with red color. So this is the dE cos theta. Fine. Similarly, look at from this side. Look from this side. Here also, I see this portion will also has some influence of electric field at P, because they are symmetrically at a distance x and minus x from the point of origin. Right or not? So that means they will have some electric field here also. This electric field, let's say, is this. So two electric field is present here. Let me name this as dE prime. Again, what will happen now? This electric field, it can be resolved into again two components. I can break it into one dE sine theta, and one more will be dE cos theta. dE prime cos theta. So look properly. What is happening? So we will be having so many small charges present one after the other, right? So many small charges. All of their electric field is going to act at P. Everyone. I'm just showing, I have randomly taken some dq at a certain distance x from it. Now, before going to whole L, complete length, we're just looking at two small charge distribution, dq, and whose length is dl, right? This dq is at a distance of x from the origin, and dq prime, this is also dq prime, you can name this to be dq prime, is a distance of minus x from the origin, whatever. Okay, now we need to find what is the net electric field there. Now if you look properly, we have resolved the electric field into two components, d into d sine theta and d cos theta, and d prime also, which is the electric field due to dq prime, into two components, d cos theta and d sine theta. So as a result, what will happen now? So let me write little bit brief about it. So what do you do? Consider an infinitely charged wire of uh, linear charge density lambda, that is uniform charge density lambda. It is required to find electric field. I'm just writing E, electric field due to this charge distribution at a point P from the wire. Okay, so now we consider a small charge, infinitesimally small charge dq at a distance x or whatever y, you can name this as y also, no problem, at a distance x from O such that lambda equals to dq by dl. So dq would be lambda into dl. Okay, none. Then what we can do? So now at P, so resolving dE, that is electric field, dE, that is E due to dq at P, we get dE cos theta and dE sin theta. Now similarly, if dE prime, that is E due to dq prime at P, now similarly dE prime be resolved, we see or observe that d sin theta and d prime sin theta are, I am explaining so much, you do not need to do so much. Okay, this first time I am doing, that's why I am explaining you so much. You could have went directly to this step which I am coming next. So d sin theta and d prime sin theta are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. So they cancel out. However, d cos theta components, d cos theta and d prime cos theta components add up. Hence, can you see all the d getting added up? So I can write here, hence total E at P will be integration of dE cos theta. But wait a minute, theta is present. So you are now, look closely, you are going to take this from where to where? This will be definitely from x equals to, so let me bring you to the picture here. If you look closely now, so can you imagine the theta is going from the theta, this angle theta will be coming from, we don't know how far because this is infinity. We will see, we will check that. And this is also going up to so far, right? So let's see. So but now it is going from infinity to infinity. So minus infinity to how far? Lower bound is minus infinity and upper bound is, this is definite integral. In integration you can define limit. From how far to how far are you going to add them? So this is integrations. So definite integral minus infinity to plus infinity. Now d, what can I write? d will be equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught dq by r square. Now look at r. What do you think will be r? Is this, no, sorry, not r square. It is actually this one, no? Direct length. So that means r square plus x square root, right? So I should write here what? R square plus x square to the power root, but it's a whole square, so it is that one only, into, so this is electric field. Therefore E vector will be how much? 1, can I just write here k instead of writing 4 pi epsilon naught? I'll just write here k only. So k minus infinity to plus infinity, then dq by how much? R square plus x square cos theta. Clear? Now in integration, those who are doing maths, they will learn different techniques to solve this, but we are going to use one particular technique to solve this way. So how? Let's see. Now before we proceed, tell me one thing. Look at here everyone, pay attention here. Let's say you are integrating, you are adding, this is the 0, this is minus infinity, this is plus infinity. That means this length from here to here is x only, this length from here to here is x. Maybe the sign is different, but the definition is x only, na? So if you are adding from here to here, and let's say you are adding 1 plus 2 plus 3, and if you are adding from here to here, what you are going to get is exactly same thing. If you do 2 into x, you can write x plus x and get 2x, and also you can write this as what? 2x directly, because it is 2 times of x only. This whole length is 2 times of x only, right or not? Am I being able to explain it to you? So instead of adding x and x, I can also write now that it is 2 times of x, same thing only, right? So based on this concept, what we can do, you see, minus infinity to plus infinity, what we can write here, there is a principle that integration of different integration limit is minus infinity to infinity plus infinity, f of x dx can be written as 2 times of 0 to infinity f of x dx. This helps a lot. So same thing only, 2 times of f of dx is same thing. So minus infinity is abolished. So can I do the same thing here? Using the above principle, I can write E equals to 2k 0 to infinity dq by r square plus x square cos of theta. Now let's say, let x equal to r tan theta. So then let me differentiate it. This is substitution method I am using. So dx by d theta will be equals to r sec square theta. So that means dx would be r sec square theta d theta, correct? So, and what can you write? dq, I have written this one thing, wait a minute, this is dx because I have taken this as x now, so this one should also be x only, dx. So this one should be dx, it is dx, not L. So then I get here dx equal to r sec square theta d theta. So also dq can be written as also lambda equals to, I know, dq by dx implies, which is length only. So dq would be equals to lambda into dx. Therefore the electric field will become now 2k, but wait, this is 0 to infinity. I must change the limit as well. So to change the limit, what are you going to do? You see, before I proceed further, you have to use this equation. You have to use this equation. At x equals to 0, if I put here 0 equals to r tan theta. So that means tan theta is equals to 0. That means what is 0? Tan 0 degree is 0, right? So theta must be equals to, tan theta must be equal to tan of 0. That gives me theta equals to 0 degree. And at x equals to 90, x equals to infinity, infinity is equals to r tan theta. So tan theta is equal to tan 90 or pi by 2. That means theta equals to pi by 2. That means, look at the picture. So if I write, just a minute, let me write it and I'll show you how integration is beautifully integrating it from 0 to 2k, 0 to in minus 0 to pi by 2. Then the expression becomes dq will become what? Lambda dx, lambda into dx divided by what is now, you can see r square, no, what was it, sorry, yeah, r square plus r square plus r square tan square theta into cos theta. So implies 2k 0 to pi by 2. So lambda dx by r square plus r square, that gives me r square sec square theta. But this is lambda dx, no? So what do we have to change? We have changed it. Dx is this. Dx is what? R sec square theta. Okay? So into cos theta, which we can write this as 2k 0 to pi by 2, lambda is, then it would be r square, r sec square theta d theta. I am changing dx, instead of writing dx I am changing to this, lambda will also be there, into cos theta divided by r square sec square theta. Now you note, sec square cancel, r get cancelled, and I am left with only what? Lambda 2k lambda cos theta d theta. So which you already know how to integrate it. So E will be 2k 0 to pi by 2. Let me write the lambda also, and there will be one r. So by r cos theta d theta. So integration of cos theta is what? Minus sin theta. Oh sorry, sin theta only. So 2k lambda by r, this one should give me sin theta. Now boundary. So this is the boundary. You are doing from where to where? 0 to pi by 2. Now let us have a look at it. Come to this. So you are integrating. Now you see why you have taken this angle theta, because imagine you are increasing the theta. You are increasing the theta from where? From this is, from here it is 0, from here to 0 to 90. That means when this angle is 90. So you are doing that. Understand? So this is the interval we are choosing, from 0 to 90, or minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Understand? So actually we are increasing theta mathematically. Mathematically we are increasing theta from 0 to 90 degree, or minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Okay? So then let's see what do we get here. So this one should give me 2k lambda by r, then sin 90 minus 0. So now let us break k. 2 by 4 pi epsilon naught into lambda by r, and sine 90 degrees how much? 1 only, cancel. So this is the equation, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught lambda by 2 pi epsilon naught lambda by r. This is the electric field due to an infinitely charged wire. Okay, now I am giving you one thing. You can try this without using this relation. Let this be minus infinity, and let's be plus infinity. Here you see I have changed x equal to 0 to x equal to infinity. What you can do here, x equal to minus infinity, how much you get, you write, and x equal to plus infinity, how much you get. You can do like that also. The answer will always come to the same relation only. I leave it that for you to try it out. But this is no need to write so much. You can just little bit describe it, and you can directly start from here. Just directly start from this relation only, directly. No need to go in this. This is additional problems. So as an hot question, as an odd question, you may get this. Those who particularly math students, they may get this. And even if you are not math student, the same method, same integration method will be used in magnetic effect of current, where this is not, where you will have to do in this way. That is common for whether it's a geography students, non-math students, or math student both. So you better learn from here. Okay, so any doubt, any mistake I did, anything like that? If you all are at all following. Naki, any doubt? It will get more clear when you do definite integration. Okay, it will get more clear when you go in definite integration. It will get clear, don't worry. So now let's proceed. I'll clean it. I am giving you one homework. Try this. It's a simple question only. I am giving you. Imagine first question is, I give you a charged wire. This can come as an question. So this is a charged wire. You need to find what is the electric field at P, given that this distance is 20 centimeter and lambda equals to, how much should I use? 5 into 10 to the power minus 4 coulomb per meter. You need to find what is electric field at P. Find E at P. You can easily do that. Okay? Got it? Now one more question I give you is that I keep a charged wire here. I'm going to give you the hint also. So this is a dipole. Okay, this dipole length is 10 centimeter. Let's give it 10 centimeter. 10 centimeter. Charge of 4 microcoulomb minus 4 microcoulomb. You need to find, and here charge density, you can use this one only. Lambda equals to 5 into 10 to the power minus 4 coulomb per meter. This distance is 20 centimeter, and this distance is also from here to here. This is 20 centimeter, and this angle 120 degree. You need to find What is the electric field at P? Find E at P. Interesting, right? So can you see we are combining this thing? Till now whatever we have learned we are combining. Is it or not? Correct? You can bring more dipoles there. We can bring one more charge there. I leave that for you to design some questions like that. You can put one more charge here. Then what is the electric field at this point? All together, different charge system in a different region, and then find it. Okay? So hint, you can see, hint to this question. Point P is on the axial line of the dipole, and P is the on the what? From a it's at a perpendicular distance from a charge density wire. So I think you will be able to do it. You know the expression for so, and this here electric field will be what? This is E, this is E1, this is E2, this is 120 degree. You know, either you can use Coulomb's law, either you can do Paragon law of vector addition, or you can use a component method to do it. I'll leave that way for you to do it. Let me continue. May I clean it? I'm cleaning it now. Okay. Now, properties of electric lines of force. Properties of electric lines of force. Number one, electric lines of force. Can I just write this as ELF? You please write it completely. I'm just saving some time and space. Electric lines of force. I'm writing here. Electric lines of force. The time is already time or what? Okay, we'll start tomorrow then. Okay, then that's this much only for today. I'll stop now because it will take time. Okay, okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.